brutal situation there with the Santa Ana winds and just the dry conditions.
Yes.
And we're suffering drought now too. I know we've seen worse, but it is getting dry.
Definitely, yeah. No, it's definitely been dry for a while. It's been at least a couple of weeks now since we've actually had at least even a tenth of an inch of rain. Yeah, we haven't really had anything around here, and we could certainly use it. The good news is I am beginning to start to see at least a chance of rain showing up in our near future. That's not going to be the case today, though. The cold front that has actually already moved through is moisture starved. We're not expecting any rain or snow with that. However, up near closer to the actual low around the Great Lakes, it certainly has some snow showers and even a little bit of rain associated with it. Here at home, we're just going to see a few passing clouds. We've already got the wind coming in out of the north right now, but that's about it. So temperatures today, they're actually going to be pretty nice. We're going to make it into the middle 60s later this afternoon. This is our Integris camera. You can already see some of those high clouds moving in from the north. This is from our air covered sky cam network. It is 61 degrees. We have a north wind coming in at about 14 miles an hour. We're at 64 degrees in Ponca City, 64 in Alvin, 63 in Clinton. So that cold air that is moving in behind that cold front, it's lagging well behind. That wind is beginning to pick up a little bit out of the north, though, behind that front, especially in northwest Oklahoma. Gusts around 33 miles an hour right now in Alva. 30 miles an hour up just north of Enid, and that's going to be the case as we go throughout the day. I think it's going to become increasingly a little bit more breezy this afternoon, especially for the north and west. Unfortunately, that's also where it is a lot drier out there today, so the fire threat's going to be a concern, and it has been a concern for several, at least of the past couple of weeks now, which is why we have at least several burn bans across the state. Most of those taking place in southeast part of the state where the drought is worsening a lot more. So the fire threat today, it's certainly going to be high. Tomorrow it's going to start to go down. It's going to be a lot lower for your Friday, but this weekend, out ahead of our next storm system, it will be increasing once again. So here's the big picture. We still have that trough off to the east. Here goes that storm system that brought the cold front through here earlier today. It's still moving into southeast Oklahoma right now, but again, that cold air, it's really lagging. Notice over the Rockies, we've got temperatures in the low 20s right now over Salt Lake City, 36 degrees in Bismarck, but it's still 62 degrees in Wichita, Kansas. So the cold air, it is coming, but it's definitely lagging. You can definitely see the spin there. It's pretty on our water vapor. The good news is we are starting to see at least a change in the weather pattern down the road. But for right now, that cold air, that trough is going to be staying off to the east as we go throughout the weekend. Here comes our next storm system. It's at least going to bring in some cooler air by the time we get into the end of the weekend. Mild air does return as we get into early next week. That's going to last through about midweek. And then as we get closer to Christmas, as of right now, this is Friday, okay? So not this upcoming Friday, but next Friday, December 22nd, it looks like we're going to have a cutoff low that's going to get trapped in the southwest. We've got some colder air moving in. So the trend is that it's definitely going to get colder by the time we get to Christmas. And maybe this could be our next storm system that could potentially bring some snow, at least around the southern plains. There is certainly a chance we could get some snow here around Christmas, but it's still way too far out to tell. So where's the snow right now? Well, again, it's going to take some time. Right now, it's well to the north and across the Great Lakes. But as we get closer to late December, it looks like we're going to have some storm systems move out, not only the northwest, but the southwest as well. So we do see the trend at least pushing some snow closer to Oklahoma. Definitely not going to see any snow today. In fact, we're looking for a high of 65 degrees in Oklahoma City, the mid to upper 60s across the entire state today, despite the cold front coming through. But again, that wind's going to be picking up, especially in the northwest part of the state. So that is where we do have an extreme fire threat, but the fire threat is still high, even here in the metro. Overnight tonight, a north wind between about 10 to 20, temperatures dropping back down into the lower 30s. Tomorrow, here comes the colder air. We're looking for highs to be in the upper 40s, but that's actually pretty close to normal. The normal this time of year is about 50 degrees. So we're going to stay around 50 for both Thursday and Friday. As we get into the weekend out ahead of our next storm system, it's going to be warming back up into the upper 50s, and then we're going to have that cold front move through. The wind's going to shift back to the north. We're going to have a slight chance of rain late Saturday night into early Sunday morning. It does look like we're going to get a whole lot of rain out of this system, but we're kind of taking what we can get at this point. And the next week does look pretty mild, but the trend is a lot of people have been asking about Christmas snow. There's a possibility.
Just a possibility.
Right now, there's a chance.
Okay. Hey.
Holding on to it for now.